Hey everyone, just a quick ask before we get into the newscast. If you really like Wake Up, I would love it if you gave us 5 stars on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and drop a quick comment there to let people know about this newscast. It would really help people discover us. All right, on with the news. Wake up, Asheville. I'm Matt Peiken, and this is your Wednesday newscast for February 11th. A retired Asheville doctor has agreed to repay nearly $550,000 to settle federal allegations of Medicare fraud. 76-year-old Dr. Stephen Mendelson ran the Mountain Regional Arthritis Center and was accused of billing Medicare for unapproved foreign immunosuppressive drugs during a 10-month period in 2019. Federal prosecutors say the drugs weren't FDA approved and shouldn't have been reimbursed. The settlement includes roughly $275,000 in restitution. Mendelson denies wrongdoing and says patient care was never compromised, but settled to avoid prolonged litigation. He practiced in Asheville until August of 2023. Read more about this in the Citizen Times. North Carolina's recovery program for private roads and bridges damaged during Helene is falling woefully short of demand. State officials said only 300 of more than 7,000 damaged routes can be repaired with current funding, now $175 million. Just 51 projects are complete, with 236 underway, while more than 3,600 applications have been submitted. State leaders, including Governor Stein, are advocating in Washington for $1.6 billion in additional aid. Applications remain open through the end of this month. Read more about this at Blue Ridge Public Radio. Lake Lure is on track to reopen for boating and swimming by Memorial Day, nearly 16 months after Helene left it flooded and drained. Mayor Carol Pritchett says the lake began refilling February 8th and must rely on rainfall to reach full capacity without stressing the dam. Local businesses, including restaurants, inns, and boat tour companies, report losses of up to 70% since the closure. A $1.8 million marina rebuild is underway and expected to finish by July. Tourism typically multiplies the town's population by 10 each summer. You can read more about this in the Citizen Times. A federally funded initiative meant to improve rural primary care has been abruptly cut, and clinics in western North Carolina are feeling the impact. Silo Health Center in Yancey County had enrolled in Making Care Primary, a 10-year federal program launched in 2025. It promised up to $10 million for local hiring, patient transportation, and specialist access. But less than a year in, the program was scrapped by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services as part of broader budget cuts. Local physicians say the reversal erodes trust and leaves rural patients with even fewer care options. Read more about this in the Asheville Watchdog. And the Jeffrey Epstein scandal has now touched Asheville's music community. Local band Wednesday has cut ties with their talent agency, Wasserman, after its CEO, Casey Wasserman, was named in newly released government documents linked to Epstein. The files revealed emails between Wasserman and Ghislaine Maxwell, Epstein's convicted associate. In a public letter, Wednesday wrote, quote, "Continuing to be represented by a company led by and named after Casey Wasserman goes against our values and cannot continue." The band was previously represented by agent Andrew Morgan. Other artists are also distancing themselves from the agency. Read more about this in Pitchfork. Our free newsletter is a quick local news digest, essentially this newscast in written form. Subscribe at wakeupavl.transistor.fm. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at wakeupavl. And please share this podcast with your Asheville friends. I'm Matt Peiken. Thanks so much for starting your weekdays with Wake Up Asheville.